Today I'm here with Anthony Silver of Red Door Properties
Group.
Group,
LL.
LLC.
Yes.
All right. And we're here in Louisville, Kentucky. You are one of my investor contacts that I have worked with over the past. How long have we known each other?
It's been about 7 years when you actually did that flyer on our
On
front
your
door.
door.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had an open house.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
Well, we didn't have an open house. You were just
No,
door to door.
we had an
Oh.
open house at the end of your street, and so we were door knocking to invite the neighbors.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's yeah, that was okay, wow.
That was a long time ago.
It was, time just keeps going, and we have run into each other on multiple different occasions, and kinda have become, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Good friends. Yeah.
As I I like to call Tony the brother I didn't ask for, so sometimes, siblings fight.
All the time. Yeah.
So, tell me about your mission, 'cause it's really
Okay.
it's really interesting to me, the projects that you take on.
Okay. Red Door Properties Group. Our mission is we take houses nobody want, rehab them as if we were going to move in neighborhoods that very few people believe in, and sell them to people we hope to see every day. That's our motto.
That's amazing.
We we stay in the vein of vacant and abandoned properties in distressed neighborhoods, and we try to bring those neighborhoods back one house at a time.
Okay. So, how did you start doing this? Did you just like, how long ago did the light bulb go on and you said, "This somebody needs to fix this"?
Well, of course, I grew up in West Louisville back in the 80s. It was a different time then.
Mhm.
A lot of blue collar workers, manufacturing was, you know, good paying jobs all through the city. And I grew up in a neighborhood where you live next door to the school teacher. The neighbor was worked at Ford, neighbor worked at National Harvester. So it's just a blue collar neighborhood. So when they cut their grass, we cut our grass. Kids were out playing touch football in the street and all those types of things. It was some stuff to get into, but it was just a different time. So I love the neighborhoods. I still live in West Louisville. I can live in almost any neighborhood in the city, but I
Mhm.
choose to live in West Louisville. I believe that it can be better than what it's perceived as now.
Yeah.
So it's our mission to bring these houses back. A lot of the um, homeowners that were in the time, they've mostly passed away
Mhm.
and they've left it to family members. And, we got a lot of houses in disrepair. And I believe if we repair them, restore them,
Mhm.
and sell them to, working class families again, it could be a different neighborhood.
Yeah, so and that's kinda where we have our cross section,
Mhm.
of what I get asked all the time. I get asked, "Where should I invest? Who should I" "How should I do it? What should I go about?" And one of the things for me is there is kind of a playbook that we use that people they know about it, but they don't really, like, follow it. You can give everybody all the information in the world,
Mhm.
but it's the time to follow. So what I like to do is I like to give, like, just some quick tips
Mhm.
on what would your playbook be on buying an investment property. Let's just say a new person that owns their own home.
Mhm.
This is the avatar for that person.
Mhm.
They own their own home and, they've got some savings and they wanna start investing, and say they wanna invest in West Louisville.
Uh, Investing in West Louisville it's different.
Okay.
Um,
Different how?
I don't recommend it for everyone.
Got you.
Because especially in the vein in which I'm doing, mine are total rehabs.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
a lot of heavy lifting.
Yeah, it's a lot of heavy lifting. We normally gut to the studs
Mhm.
and replace everything. We replace roof, mechanicals.
Mhm.
We change the floor plan, maybe extend closets, move kitchens,
Oh, yeah.
add bathrooms.
Yeah, no, I don't
Yeah,
recommend that for
yeah.
everybody either.
If you don't have a licensed electrician, plumber, HVAC, carpenter, you know, they're readily available, I don't suggest new investors do that.
Awesome.
Right. So
From how many years experience? Were you 10
I
years?
bought my first home in 2011. I
Okay.
started
Long
investing in 2014.
got you.
And then we've done a plethora of deals from wholesale to buy and hold, fix and flip.
Mhm.
Um, we've done a lot. Partnered deals. Yeah.
So so I heard you say that, one of the ways you find deals, family members, how do you go about finding deals?
In the area in which I invest,
Mhm.
like I said, I do vacant and abandoned properties. So
So just your eyes.
yes, if I'm working on a 624 South 39th Street,
Mhm.
and then there's two vacant houses right across the street, I try to get a hold of the property owner and see if we can make a deal
Awesome.
because I'm creating a comp
Mhm.
right here. I can actually just use the comp of my house in order to bring the value of those up.
There's a ton of acronyms.
Mhm.
That's called the after repair value or
Yeah,
the
ARV.
right.
Yes. And that's important. Um, in West Louisville, we're experiencing, appreciation like no other in any other
And
decade.
and as a realtor, I would say we're catching up.
Yes. Yes.
We're catching up. There's
Yes.
that I
So I believe that there's just room for growth. We've got through the efforts of myself and other investors, we're creating an era where we can sell a house above 200,000 in West Louisville. Uh,
which is interesting. That goes to the exit strategy of the investment,
mhm,
like when we start talking about what is valued after we invest all this time, money,
mhm,
energy, and effort. And if we're putting a house together that people want to live in, this is not we're not putting together rentals. We're not
right.
putting together, we're not just trying to create housing
Mhm,
for people. We are trying to create homes.
mhm,
So, and I take ownership with that because it's what I do in my I'm looking for people to make their places homes. Uh, if we raise the value, and I wish I had that number, because I did pull some statistics to see how much
mhm,
West Louisville has grown. I saw a map that went like this,
mhm,
and it was like, but if I look at Louisville as a whole, I've got a map like this,
mhm,
eh, and it's kind of astonishing
mhm.
that the data doesn't bear out that we have not seen the growth in the West Louisville community that we've seen, even in the South End.
Well, the reason why it has those ebbs and flows
Mhm,
is because, yes, I'm selling a house for 200,000 and 180,000,
mhm,
but there's also a sale for 25,000. So what
mhm.
happens is, yeah,
Gotcha.
and it's right on the same block,
Mhm.
but you have to understand they're in totally different conditions.
Sure.
Other neighborhoods, you see that constant growth is because you don't have the turnover in
Mhm.
those more established neighborhoods. If there's 80% home ownership in, say, Shively,
Mhm.
yes, you're going to see a steady growth.
Mhm.
But when only 20 to 30% of your uh, residents in West Louisville are
Homeowners.
homeowners, and then you have
Yeah.
70% rentals, yeah, there's a 25%, $25,000 home sale in which they did a limited rehab and started renting it. to create cash flow.
Yes. And so that's where we get all these out of, like, people call me all the time. I've got one right now down in the West End
Mhm.
that I get massive amounts of out of state investors, letters of
Absolutely.
intent,
Yes.
and all these things. And I'm like, so what do you want the property for? And, are they really able to get a crew to work that property, to do all those things? It's kind of strange
Mhm.
that how can I say this without being flippant?
Mhm.
We don't take the time, I don't think, to figure out what else goes in a neighborhood, because
Mhm.
more than just houses, w- where's the nearest grocery store?
Mhm.
Like, where's McDonald's,
Mhm.
Starbucks, Chick-fil-A,
Mhm.
Walmart? Where where are the businesses in the community in West Louisville?
That's the thing. Anybody who buys in West Louisville know that your amenities are going to be limited. Very few sit-down restaurants. We per capita, we probably have more liquor stores than the average neighborhood. There's only 4 major grocery stores in West Louisville. So anybody who takes on coming to live in this area understands that. So, as an investor, as a person who develops houses,
Hmm.
I understand that I have to lure them to West Louisville. I have to give them a little bit more. That's why you see me doing things that,
Like your Crawford ceiling.
coffer ceilings and media walls, granite countertops,
Mhm.
opening up the floor plan, all new mechanicals, new roof, all of these things that if you were to get them in other neighborhoods, it would be considerably more. I believe that I deliver a better quality for a more reasonable price because I want my end buyer to come in West Louisville and, develop the neighborhood.
Okay, so weirder question.
Mhm.
Um, how do you do you just, like, take money out of your pocket and pay for these properties? How does that work? That's the other question, and that's for my loan officer hat. If I go pop that on, I
Mhm.
get asked that all the time.
Uh, I buy houses several ways. I have developed great relationships with the city. They
Okay.
have a program called Save Our Structure. Everybody knows that as the dollar houses.
I was gonna say
So,
they just the list that came out a few months
absolutely,
back.
absolutely. Now, understand to do a dollar house, you have to be experienced because there's a reason why it's only a dollar. Uh, the city has taken possession of the house because it has been fined and liens have been levied on it. And then when they went to a master commissioner sale, nobody bid it over the fines. So the city takes possession of that particular property.
Okay.
So once the city takes possession of the property, it does one of 3 things. They tear it down,
Mhm.
they offer it to investors like me, demo for deed, where the investor tears it down and
Oh.
tries to build something on it,
Mm.
or they do save our structure. Save our structure that you get an investor like myself who has experience and the funds to actually rehab the house. They allow you to do so by selling it to you for a dollar.
Okay.
And if you do everything that you say you're going to do,
Yeah, 'cause you have to have a fully written plan on what you're
exactly,
gonna do.
exactly, exactly. So if you do exactly what you say you're going to do, it could be a mutually beneficial for both the city and the investor.
Okay, awesome. So I get when that list came out, I had my past clients who were looking to invest call me out of the woodwork, and I was like, do you have a contractor? Do you not just have a contractor that contractor has to have trades and they have
Hmm.
to have experience?
Hmm.
And is there a is there a deal you won't do? What's your deal breaker? What's a house you're gonna just say not any amount of money?
Um, I only really have one deal breaker,
Okay,
and that's foundation issues.
got you.
Foundation issues can be extremely pricey.
Okay.
Okay, it's one house in particular. It's a really nice house in a neighborhood that that could be really a profit, but the foundation has slipped almost a foot. So
What does that mean?
that means I've gotten quotes for
It's literally sinking?
yeah, it's sinking. It's sinking. The foundation has failed. Something has happened, and the house is literally sliding. So, to fix that, what they would have to do is jack the house up, pour another foundation, and set it back down. That can be extremely pricey. I've gotten quotes on this particular $45,000.
How big was that house?
Oh, that house is huge. It's
Okay.
2,300 square feet.
That makes me feel a little better because I think about a lot of the average home sizes being, just under 1,500, 1,400.
Right.
Wow.
And even at
That's a really loud.
even at a 1,500 square foot house, the foundation. Imagine doing a $10,000, $12,000 foundation work, and that's before you drive the first nail.
Yeah, because
Yes.
you're
When
you have to put your shoes on before you go outside.
Yeah, exactly. So, the thing that I have is saying, okay, nobody cares about the foundation until it fails. It's something that's not pretty. Nobody comes in the house and say, "Oh man, this foundation's great."
But that's also a selling point for you on a finished project if you were to, if you were to invest in. And we're talking about that this is a deal breaker. So in that particular instance, this is something that would you just tear it down?
Those are just deals I just walk away from.
Okay.
If I can't negotiate within the price, the condition of the foundation,
Basically, you
because it has
giving
to
it
be a
down.
wash. It has to be a wash. Because I want to put more money in the stuff that people like. Those coffered ceilings, the open floor plans, the granite countertops,
The frosted glass doors.
Yeah, frosted glass doors. Yes.
No, sorry, that was it's my investor.
Yeah. Well, if it worked, it worked for you.
It did.
It did.
It
It
did.
did. Finished basements.
Yes.
I like to give, master suites, where they have walk-in closets
We
and
like to say primary now.
you're right. You're right.
Yeah, we like
In the
to say
time we're
in
primary suite.
in today's
Yeah.
in today's world, we
With the
like
primary
to say,
bath.
yes.
Yes. When space is an issue, I normally steal from the dining room. I've done several houses to where I've taken out large dining rooms just so I can deliver the primary suite with a primary bathroom and a walk-in closet.
And I think on that project that we looked at together, we
Yeah.
kind of were going back and forth on if that was going to be feasible. I wish on that project that I could have just added on to the house. Had I had the time, that would have been the thing that I could have
Right.
gone way crazy on,
Right.
on all the stuff.
You go crazy on us.
Stop it. Stop it. So Tony is my conscience. If you have not heard that, he's the one in the back of my head, don't spend that money. Because profit in this particular section means something. I think that when we are talking investments and the end product, the end result, and we were talking all these acronyms, ARV and profit, it means that I can do this again.
Absolutely.
So profit is not a dirty word. And I'm not here to count your money. You shouldn't be here to count my money. I hear every single day as an agent, well, they only paid X, Y. That was yesterday. This is today. We don't have anything to do with that. What value did they deliver?
Yes.
Is usually where that conversation heads to. And it's like, okay, do you want it or you don't? Because I can tell you what it's worth right now.
Right.
Because it doesn't have anything to do with what they paid for.
Yeah, because you don't know what they did, what they put into it to get it that way.
Well, and it doesn't even matter because when I'm talking to a seller, sometimes I have to talk them down. Hey, you over improved. That's a conversation that I had with myself. Sometimes you can do that. And it's for your own enjoyment. So that's a conversation. It's like the 9,000 hats. I
Mhm,
literally would want it to sit here with hat number 1, hat number 2, have
mhm,
you. But we have to pretty much get clear
mhm.
on how we do things. And you're running workshops right now,
Yeah, yeah.
hands-on.
Mhm.
How many people can participate in each, and what's your normal cost?
I run depending on the class, and what we're actually covering that day. I just had a layout class that had 25 spaces.
Okay.
Uh,
And you
th
went to one of your properties,
and we
right?
actually go to an actual property, and you actually look and see exactly what was done. It's already gutted to the studs. All the framing has been done. You see where you remove the load-bearing wall
Wow.
and install the LVL beam. You see where the dining room became a primary, bathroom and, walk-in closet, and we actually gave another half bath on the first floor by just removing the, dining room. We opened the stairwell. We took a stairwell that had 2 landings and created, a 1 landing just so we can still more to expand a foyer into a full-fledged living room.
Nice.
It's little things that you can do to actually steal space. Very rare do I actually add on space. What I do is make the existing space more efficient.
Reconfigure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And generally speaking, it becomes more efficient, more aesthetically pleasing,
Yeah.
um, and it gives the buyer exactly what they want. If I can achieve 3 bedrooms and 2 baths,
Mhm.
that's one of the determining factors of whether or not I'm gonna rent it or, sell it.
Okay, awesome. So that's a small group setting. What do you have a name for your groups or
It's just mentorship,
yeah.
and a Red Door Properties mentorship. We've got classes when it comes to we have a getting started classes for new investors,
Okay.
show them exactly what's possible. We have a class on tools and all the stuff that you would actually need in order to,
Yeah.
become a real estate investor. We have a class on analyzing deals,
Uh-huh.
teaches you exactly what to look for, because most people can't tell you exactly how much stuff's gonna cost. They can't tell you what the ARV is gonna be. So therefore that they couldn't possibly analyze any deals correctly.
Got you.
Mhm.
Uh so the elephant in the room,
Mhm.
which is not because we both use it. And I
Mhm.
think we use it slightly differently. I use it on my side. AI, how is that? What do you see of that of AI affecting the space at all? Like, with people probably getting in a little over their heads?
Well,
Is what I've seen on my side.
here's the thing. You know that I'm not an AI person. In fact, you actually introduced me to what AI can actually do. And I appreciate that because it has really made a lot of the stuff that I do a lot easier. It does a lot of heavy lifting. It does, but it's not the end all be all though.
Nope.
Nothing can replace experience, real time adjustments because AI can't adjust on a fly like that. Um, there could be a market condition that it does not take into consideration. In my space, um, you might be able to sell a house on 38th Street, and 39th Street is a war zone.
It's block by block.
It's block by
It's
block.
block by block, which is
Yes.
why we have to literally invest block by block to move the
Absolutely,
needle.
absolutely. And that's the way it is. You know, AI might tell you that the ARV on this house is 185,000, and you're wondering why you've had 3 price drops, you know?
I again, that's one of those things that we are we're moving back into a balanced market.
Right.
And no longer do we have, 36 people in a house and you
Mhm,
got 17 offers and
mhm.
highest and best in, on Monday morning after I've had my coffee and y'all will wait.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gone. That's gone.
those days are gone.
We are negotiating closing costs. We are asking for home warranties. We are, making sure that everything on the inspection report has been addressed prior to closing. Like, I existed in that world before. So before 2018, 2019, and the height into 2020, 2021, and 2022,
Good times, wow.
it was I literally called my clients and was like, "Hey, do you just want a big bag of money? I mean, I'm just gonna sell your house. Do you want a big bag of money?" It was literally that easy.
Yeah, it was that easy. It was that.
Now
And you get to see who the real realtors are.
Well, and when you are looking at who stayed in the business or who got in the business, at what point you stay and you go, we do have some aging out that's happening, just like in the homes.
Yeah.
We got some aging out.
Yeah. Not everybody's doing it anymore. And it's getting harder. It's getting harder, but if you have some certain principles that you follow, whether the market is up or down,
you're still in it.
You're still doing the same things.
Because you've developed a system.
Oh yeah.
Because you have a process.
Right.
And because you know that learning about different things or the same thing differently has value.
It does.
So yeah. What's next? You gonna conquer the world?
I don't know about conquer. I just want the neighborhood.
Okay.
People ask me, it's like, why don't you invest in other neighborhoods? And I said, well, until I run out of vacant and abandoned properties, I have no need to.
Yeah. Yeah.
And listen, I need more people in this space. Yeah. Imagine if I had 5 investors to go in and do what I do.
We have talked about this.
On one block.
Yes.
It doesn't have to, you don't have to work simultaneously. We're just moving in congruency. If there's 10 vacant abandoned houses on the on a street, which is easy. Everybody get one.
Everybody get one and let's go.
Okay. So, and what happens is we help those homeowners out.
Yeah.
We're creating wealth for the owners of those properties that been there for years.
And the side effect is that you're actually, if you've got crews running at the same time, it's creating a little more security too.
Absolutely.
The comings and goings are not going to be as easily tracked and all the other things because stuff happens. It's just, and those are things of opportunity that happen. But this was a concept that we actually talked about when we first met, and I was like, how do we do this? How do we actually achieve that goal? I do believe that the key is finding amenities that will go into our neighborhoods, that will provide employment, that will, and not just minimum wage jobs.
Oh yeah.
Not just the service industry, not just, but even the service industry has management. And when you affect one family and you bring up the level of income, that's one of the things I see myself doing more is in the development space.
Okay. Yeah, we do need more amenities. But unfortunately, if you don't have disposable income, those amenities will never make it to our neighborhoods.
I totally understand that. Yeah. And I also understand that there is like a pathway where the money goes out of the neighborhood.
Absolutely.
And one of the things that I wanted to kind of dialogue with people at City, and it's just how do we just kind of overcome that? We're on the border of Indiana. And they have nothing right by our city.
Right.
I've noticed that the land is the barrier and their amenities are even further. So I would think, oh, you can pop across the bridge. Oh, really?
Well, the sad part of it is yeah, a lot of people do. I live in Park Duval.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so it's a great gentrified neighborhood. People don't realize it, but
because it used to be.
It used to be the projects.
Cotter
Homes in Southfield.
Yes.
So they tore down the projects and they created this community. But they did a really good job because they have a mix of home ownership and apartments. Um, but the homeowners, the majority of the homeowners, they don't shop in West Louisville.
Mm. Mhm.
They do jump across the bridge. They do go to Westport Road Kroger's. They do that. Yeah.
Shots fired.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm at the HOA meetings
Yeah.
and I hear it. That's what happens. So here's the thing. Not only do we need to get more amenities,
Uh-huh.
but it has to be at a standard in which, everybody would love to shop there.
Yes. I mean, I have a best friend whose, apparently mother was known, because she was a manager at Kroger,
Mhm.
and it's really kind of crazy how many people come up to us and, and speak to her and ask about her mom and
Mhm.
community.
That's important.
So, we have a new hospital now in West Louisville.
Absolutely.
Um, we have the Norton complex.
Mhm.
How has
Goodwill Industries?
Goodwill Industries is doing
Yeah.
things
Yes.
all like
Mhm.
we'll talk about that offline because I'm just kind of wondering
Mhm.
if
The YMCA was built in the last, 10 years? 18th and Broadway.
yeah, I think it was I think it went up right when I got here. Yeah, yeah, right because we did a tour.
Mhm. New elementary school right there.
Yes.
Mhm.
There are a couple of newer buildings too that were built in the last 20 years, Portland area, right?
Mhm. We've got, what is that called? I think it's called The Vision
Mhm.
Apartment Complex by LDG Development,
Okay. Mhm.
Jeff Bezos Academy. All of these things are in West Louisville. These are
Yes.
multi-million-dollar projects that are in West Louisville in neighborhoods that's been disenfranchised economically for years.
And we're having the reverse. We're having a cultural experience where we want to make sure that we're taking care of the neighborhoods that we live in. I don't know how we fix it other than coming together. And where do we find that space?
Well, one, we have to retain the properties that we own,
Mm.
which means better estate planning.
Mhm.
We got to promote home ownership, and we got to promote people buying in these neighborhoods.
So that's also a thing I'm passionate about, and one thing I'm doing with my sorority right now. We will be spending the next year doing webinars on estate planning, on how to get a house, how to stay in a house. If you run into trouble, underemployment is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
People have jobs, they just don't pay enough money.
Right.
Uh, we have things that we'll be disseminating tools, and will be the third Saturday
Mm-hmm.
of every month. From in my case until infinity, but at least until 2027.
Yeah, that's
But
great. What
it's
sorority?
Delta Sigma Theta.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so it's the Open the House Challenge. It kicked off last year,
Okay.
October, and there's a partnership with Progressive Insurance, but you have to go through the financing of the partnership in order to even be put into that pool. It's like $13,500 of grant money.
Oh, wow.
The word is grant,
Right.
not loan.
That's great.
As a loan officer, I do have down payment assistance programs. That's typically a loan, a low interest loan,
Mm-hmm.
but it does open doors.
It does. It does. And it's very important because those are the barriers that keep people from, especially first-time home buyers from buying.
Yeah, so I heard that one of the programs that we like to see happen uh, got refunded,
Mhm.
at least temporarily.
Oh, yeah, the down payment assistance from the city, yeah.
Hmm.
They actually put it inside the midterm budget.
So if we could solve all the world's problems,
Mhm.
we'd build back better, and we'd inject businesses into our communities
Mhm.
that benefit our communities. And when I say our communities, I mean communities that have been forgotten about, pushed aside, marginalized. I don't care where you are in America, this exists
Mm-hmm.
everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Well, the first thing you have to do is you have to have working class families
mhm,
uh, and create home ownership.
mhm.
Imagine what happened in Nulu.
Oh my God.
So you had a depressed neighborhoods, property values were down, crime was high, and slowly but surely those neighborhoods changed. You know, there was a orchestrated effort
Hmm.
into developing these neighborhoods. So then you start moving people in that had income.
Huge syndicates
Yes.
of
Yes.
money move
Right.
through.
So then once you developing starts, it's a snowball effect. So what do these people need in these neighborhoods? Okay, we need boutique hotels. We need restaurants.
Hotel
We
Genevieve,
need
Tempo,
all of those things.
High Sex Grill,
Yeah. Yeah, all of that. Martin's, what is that?
Black
Martin?
Rabbit Hole.
All of those things.
Yeah.
You know,
Angel's Envy.
imagine what it was 20 years ago.
It was terrible when I
Yes, it
first
was.
moved here 14 years ago.
But the sad part about it is we sold those houses. Smoketown
Yeah.
was historically a black neighborhood.
Wow.
Then it became Nulu after everybody else was gone.
Nulu is a new term.
It's a new term.
Yeah.
Yeah, they totally rebranded it.
Okay.
And it's different now. That's what's going on in West Louisville right now. We're looking at the beginning and stages of what happened in Nulu.
Yeah.
If we're not careful, if we don't buy, if we don't retain,
Mm-hmm.
it could look a lot different for our grandchildren.
Yeah, because we won't have one, the legacy to pass down of the family home and all that brings. That there's a whole other soapbox I could get on about that.
Right.
Uh, you are just richer if you own.
Right.
It just
But imagine if, the families that were able to keep their houses, that $10,000 shotgun in Nulu was
so.
$275,000.
I had something that happened to me when I was selling the I call them the Algonquin twins.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lady who said her grandson was looking to buy a house, and I said, "Great, fantastic." She says, "Well, how much are you going to sell the house for?" At the time, I was putting it on the market for $127,000.
Wow. On Algonquin Parkway?
I know. Thank you. You recognize. At that time, I had sold 9 houses down, a home that was a little bit bigger and a little bit more updated,
Mm-hmm.
for $144,000 in multiple offers. It was during that time.
Mm-hmm.
And again, the lady had been there all her life, and I'm sure probably her house was paid off. She told me, "Oh, that's too much for that house." I don't.
Yeah.
I Huh? If this house is worth that and you live next door and she said, "My house is better than that one."
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Well, that just means you have access to more equity.
Absolutely. That's it.
What could life look like?"
And imagine if you in your career that you was able to pay off 2 of those,
Oh my goodness.
which is very feasible for any average person making it, average income.
If we're under $150,000, this is very, very clear.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You can do it.
Twice on Sunday.
And that's why that's why I'm here.
Mhm.
You know this about me. I went to prison.
Mhm.
After I got out of prison, I bought a house 9 months out of prison.
Mhm.
So a lot of people come up to me, how was you able to buy a house? I mean, it wasn't that hard. It wasn't that hard. So I became passionate about showing people how to buy houses.
Yeah.
And I believe it's the fastest way to make average people with average incomes extraordinary.
Yes.
So
Well said.
real estate is the great equalizer, because, the economy is designed on that mortgage.
It's the economy, stupid.
Yeah. So if we can, buy a house
Mhm.
and, say it's 6% interest right now. and then you sell it with a 200% return in your investment, how could you lose?
I, again, I think that people that don't stay in this business
Mm.
are those who are in it for the money,
Mhm.
the gram, the
Mm.
posts on social media, whatever that is. I am in it for the fact that I see that our futures are intertwined,
Mhm.
and it behooves me to help my neighbor, my neighborhood, I don't care who it is, to be honest. If you are stuck in a rent cycle, there are times you need to rent.
Mhm.
Don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
There are times you need to take a step back. You need to make an adjustment. Rent is a tool as well.
Mhm.
You should not stay there.
Mhm.
But when somebody tells me as a lender, "Oh, those rates are too high, I'm waiting," and I'm like, then you'll be priced out of the market. When the rate goes down and the price goes up, you're in the same exact position that you
Yeah.
were gonna be in
Because
right now.
demand increases and pricing increases.
Right.
I mean, it's just
And what you're telling me is that if we're seeing the draw go up, it's
yeah. It the thing of it is, what I think what the saying is, yeah, 10 years ago was the best time to buy a
oh,
house.
yeah.
But when's the next time? Right now. Right now.
We can say that together. Look,
Yeah.
as a choir,
Yes.
it's when do you have the opportunity?
Right.
Is now the opportunity?
Right.
Then buy it right now.
There's never gonna be a perfect market.
No.
There's never gonna be. There's something in the market that scares people, and there's something in the market that has the same people licking their chops. So
Because if there's a fear-based market, those with
money,
actual money
money,
move
yeah,
in a way that is
and there's been a
crazy.
tremendous transfer of
Wealth,
wealth,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
So what I say is, you start where you're at
Mhm.
now.
Mhm.
I'm I love my neighborhoods. I love them, and I've become a go-to person when they're trying to get rid of a house that nobody else wants.
Ah,
I get first dibs on those because I can close.
yes.
And if the numbers make sense, if I can go in and do exactly what I need to do, we're going to have a deal. That's why I get those calls with 3 houses,
Right.
all under $20,000. Yeah, I want that. I want that deal. Yeah, I want that deal.
Yeah.
And now I'm creating a space where I have mentees. So now I'm not just getting deals for myself, I'm getting them for my mentees
Yeah.
because they need houses to work on. They need to, get their reps in and
Look,
yeah,
so we can get those 10 and get that
right.
block
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
and put out a similar product. Absolutely.
Right.
Well, absolutely. Thank you for
Thank you for
coming to
having
sit and talk with me. It's been great as usual. We usually have good dialogue.
me. Mhm.
Uh, I what are you hearing in the market in general? Like, are you feeling positive?
Uh, Here's the thing. We are in the Midwest. Some people call us the South, but this
We
is
are
the
not.
Mid. Yeah.
We are not South.
We're
We're South.
Midwest.
Well, technically Southeast Midwest. We are in the Midwest region. Yes.
What has happened so being where we are,
Mm-hmm.
we don't experience the big highs
Nope.
and we don't experience the big lows.
Nope.
So you got all of those people from these coastal cities coming in and investing in our area.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, because we look like a
therefore,
snack.
oh yeah, when if you invest in, LA, well $500,000 doesn't get you anything.
It
You know.
doesn't get you a shack.
Yeah, exactly.
It might
So
not get you a condo.
if they can see value
Mm-hmm.
in our market,
Mm-hmm.
why is it so hard for me to convince folks in our market
Mm-mm.
that there's value? The way I see it is, especially at my price point,
Mm-hmm.
it's very affordable.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the average home price is sold around 220 in our area,
Mm.
220, 22,
Oh,
230.
you mean Louisville as a
Yes,
whole?
Louisville's
It's actually 264,000.
okay. I've
I checked
never
it 2 days ago.
I've never sold a house for 260. So I'm in a market
Wow.
and a price point to where it's very affordable.
Mhm.
And what I'm delivering for 180,000,
Mhm.
185,000, it's worth it.
Yeah.
So I feel like most of the time I can sell without a realtor. I know that's a bad
I
word for
mean,
you.
I sold a couple. I don't wanna
Yes.
hear it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. So the thing of it is, there is a demand
Yeah.
for what we have. Now, I'm not gonna say that if you're selling a $500,000 house, there's not gonna be a drawback because people are gonna be, okay, do I really want to buy a $500,000 house at 6.25%?
That's the crux of
That's scary.
everything that is happening and why we have sellers on the fence.
Right.
Because not only
Especially if they already own a house and their mortgage is at 3.25.
or two, I got a text. I swear I got a text over
Yeah.
the weekend and it said, "We wanna move, but we're handcuffed to this house." And I said, "No." I said, "A well-timed move could be had. Let's
Mhm.
be." I said, "I'm sure we've gained a crap ton of equity."
Yes, we have.
He said, 2 and a quarter. And I said, "Yeah, you should just
The
stay there.
Yeah, the sticker shock
Just stay
from that
there."
$780 mortgage to get that house
I
that is gonna be 3 times that.
I I resemble and understand that remark. I literally said, "There's nowhere I can live for what I live for right now. Even if I rented a one-bedroom apartment in a decent part
Yeah, it's
with access to amenities."
it is a tough sell if you already own. Now, if you're moving from rental, that it's different, 'cause
Because you don't have to take care of the thing.
Right.
So the kind of agent that I am and hope to continue to be is the kind that says, "Hey, the transaction's over, but if anything house related happens, call me
Mhm.
because I will reach out to my network and make sure that you're taken care of."
Exactly.
So I tend to want clients to do that because that's the worst thing I've ever heard
Mhm.
is, they have problems with the agent because the agent never called them back, and I have clients that I've picked up that way,
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
"No, I wanna come to the barbecue. I wanna come, I wanna at least drop off, to say hi," and I wanna create the community.
Absolutely, absolutely. I was blessed enough to sell my daughter a house. She just closed on it Friday, and, as daddy,
Daddy.
uh, you need to come over here and take a look at this, you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
She had a leak in her washing machine, so when I leave here, I'm gonna go see what this leak is, you know? So
That's why you need an agent.
yes.
Cut that off.
But here's the thing.
Well, you were gonna do it anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know that.
yeah.
It
Any
was fine.
anyway.
It's different.
Yeah, it's different. It's different. But the expectation is you wanna stand behind your work anyway,
Always.
always.
Yeah.
That's why we give home warranties with every one of our deals. We don't even
Absolutely.
have to negotiate it.
I was actually just talking to a home warranty rep that came in yesterday because I was talking to him about there's like one other thing. How much time do we have, Matthew? We're probably way over.
You're good. As much as you need.
Um, I was talking to him about doing developments, and I actually wanted to get your take on it. But I am aware of the time, as my therapist is,
Okay.
and I know you have things that you probably need to do.
Yeah.
Um, Modular homes.
Let's see.
So we talked about MMY, and we were having this conversation, and we have how do we build our way out of this?
Well, I don't think it's through modular. Now,
Okay.
here's the thing.
I
The
I do think as a realtor,
the
yeah.
mo the modular blueprint is great for when you're doing multifamily.
Yes,
Yeah, if you're building
that's what we talked
a
about.
12-unit complex, they can get it up really fast, cut down really on the time,
Mhm.
and really knock those out. The single family home, I just don't think is economical. Um, so far, I think MMY has done 2 houses here in the city.
Right. And we looked at those online.
Yeah.
So I'm not even I'm going to move past them because I don't I did have faith in them a year ago, and now it's kind of been shaken. But Taylor Homes does the two-piece,
Mm-hmm.
bring it down the road,
Bring it down the road.
permanent foundation,
Mm-hmm.
put it down, and then now they don't have those seams anymore
Right.
that have the
Mm-hmm.
double wide look.
Right.
And they're looking a little bit
Well, technology is always going to move forward.
right.
Yeah.
So is that something that could help?
I think, what do they say? The rising tide lifts all boats.
Mhm.
I think anything that we do to create affordable housing can help. I don't think anything is better than a stick built house because it's still economically it's cheaper.
Hmm.
But building on site, it takes you're going to slow down in the wintertime. You can't pour a foundation in the snow. You can't. There's so many things that you can't do.
There are so many things that I think that we could pick at
Mm-hmm.
on the way out. What I want to do is I want to think about the solutions to all the issues. So I didn't tell you, and we're probably done though, Matthew. But I've got accepted to
the card.
to the shut up the the
Development
yeah.
Yeah.
So
NARAB.
yeah. And I was on a UDC meeting last night, and we were having all these conversations about newbie developers and what to go do. And I'm like, oh God, I had to call Harry. I need to go get this Wyoming LLC, and I need to go do this, and I need to go do that. And I'm like, I already thought that I was bankable, or no, not with this one. But I'm coming
Yeah.
to your area,
Okay.
do some development.
Okay.
I'd like to do some development with businesses.
It needs it. It's wide open.
Yeah, I think that's where we go. I think that's the part we do in
But
tandem.
it has to be in congruency with other people, because you ain't gonna be able to do the heavy lifting because it has to be centralized.
Oh,
Every
I am
neighborhood.
absolutely looking to build a Norton Commons in the West End, in the South End, in every place that doesn't have
Mm-hmm.
that concept. That when I drive through it, I go, huh, I don't have to leave for anything.
Exactly. That's why I like Houston. Yeah,
Except the rain.
but Houston,
It rains every day there before 10 o'clock, and it rain
there's a major grocery store, there's a Walmart
everywhere.
in every neighborhood.
Everywhere.
Yeah, every
Everywhere.
neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you don't have to leave for nothing.
So I had a sales job. We were in Houston. There's a whole story. We'll talk about that different. Yeah, it's just not planned. But thank you.
All right, thank you.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
All right. Good times.
Look at the camera and wrap it up.
Thank you. Thank you, Tony, for coming to see me and what you've offered today. And if people need to get a hold of you for the mentor, is there Instagram or Facebook or?
Yeah, they can get a hold of me on Facebook. I'm Anthony Silver on Facebook, or they can go to Red Door Properties Group LLC on Facebook. I'm very active on there. I'm not as active on Instagram or TikTok or anything like that.
Yeah, they say we're a certain age.
Yeah. Yeah, we're baby boomers on social media, but they can contact me.
We are not a boomer. Neither is he.
You're a boomer.
No.
When it comes
We're
to
Gen X.
social
I know.
media,
I'm.
you're a dinosaur.
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
But the mentorship, or if you just need to get pointed in the right direction, if you don't, there's a lot of good folks doing great things in the city, and you can learn from them. I believe that what I do, I'm one of the best. And if you take on our mentorship,
Mhm.
I walk you through A to Z all the way into your first home.
Y'all will keep you straight, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah. Coming from it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
All right. And now see ya.